Just around this old mower a lot when it's not in use. I guess mice like to go off in the tube or something. She likes to catch her mice. Okay, looks like that's taken care of for the winter. Now the tractor's free to use for other things. I have a boom here that is real handy for moving stuff around. Actually, that's what I removed the bed off of the Power Stroke with. Use that. It worked. It was pretty nice for that. But we'll be needing to use it for that. Which reminds me, well, stabilizer bar can stay right here. The stabilizer bar here kind of keeps the mower, and I also use it on the boom. It keeps it from swinging from side to side. Actually, I need to make, this was a homemade one. My dad, who is also a tool and die maker, like myself, he made this a long time ago, and it works pretty good. But I need another one. I need one for both sides. Something else I need to do to this old tractor is, these here are worn out. 1956, what do you expect? This one here is tight. A lot of stuff like that I need to do to the tractor, and those little projects will be put on my channel too. So for right now, we got our tools in our box. We're going to head back to the garage. At least now I can back the tractor in and out of the garage a little easier with no mower hooked to it. Alright, here we go. Transmission, it grinds pretty bad. I don't guess tractor transmissions are synchronized, but if you go from first to second, you gotta pretty much stop completely. It'll grind pretty bad. I see we already got the moon visible. You can see that. I don't see it on my camera though. That's weird. There it is. Okay, I can see it now. I can see it not looking through the camera, but looking through the lens, it's so tiny. Reminds me, see on the news, we got a bit, they said there's going to be an asteroid passing between the Earth and the moon within the next 2 or 3 days, I think. So it's the same size as the aircraft carrier. Thankfully, it's not going to hit us. That could get real ugly. So they say. We'll find out. Uh-oh. Go ahead and shut the tractor off. Alright, that's all of that. Grab my tools out of here and throw them back in the garage. I was just going to make one 10-minute video. We might as well make two 10-minute videos. I would like to make longer videos, but actually this is my first video camera actually, and I guess it's kind of primitive compared to the digital ones with the chip and everything. You can download everything on your computer, but it does record on tapes. And my software to download it on a computer for some reason stops at 10 minutes. I don't know why, but I would like to find something a little different than that. I need to get a better camera. But anyway, we got to put the lid back on our box. But I'll leave those tools right there. Okay. Oh, we got about 4 minutes. We can talk a little bit about the tractor here. Now about this box, that's definitely not 1956 Ford original. There's a story behind that box. I guess it's got sentimental value. See, I graduated in 1984. I think I made that box for Dad in the 10th, when I was in the 10th grade, so that was 82. Yeah, it was kind of a, I think it was a present to him. I don't think it was for a birthday or Father's Day or anything. Dad kept complaining. I remember we go over the woods together, and he kept complaining that he didn't have nothing to put his tools in. And he mentioned having a box somewhere, and we measured. He said, well, I want one right here. So we measured, and I made it out of scrap metal. All I did was bend it up on the sheet metal brake and pop rivet it together. Little high school kid project. It's not the most beautiful box in the world, but you know what? It's got sentimental value. It stays on this tractor. Even after I restore this old tractor, which I plan to do hopefully within the next few years, that box will be painted Ford red along with the rest of the tractor, and it will stay on there just because of the reason it was put on there. A little sentimental thing. But this old tractor's been pretty good. Dad bought it in the 70s. I remember going with him. I think I was 6 or 7. And I don't know how well it was, how much it was used back then, but I remember going over to the guy's house with him to get it, and he dropped it up. He left it at a co-worker's of his house and friend, and that guy and his dad rebuilt this tractor, and it served Dad for, I don't know, 10, 20, maybe 30 years until Dad sold the woods that we kept cattle on, and we got to where we wasn't putting up hay anymore or anything. But after that, after Dad moved over there, Mom and Dad did, he used it to plow his garden. Before that, we baled hay with it, raked hay with it. I remember raking a lot of hay. They never would let me run the mower or the baler when I was a kid. Actually, I've never gotten to operate a baler. Kind of wish I could have done that. But like I said, after the tractor wasn't used so much anymore, it developed a mess on him. This was when they were still living over here. We tore it down. I was thinking maybe it was a burnt valve, and it wasn't, and I guess it was a stuck ring from not being used very much. So that was about 12 years ago. We tore it down. It was parked right about here, and we re-ringed it, reburied it right here in the yard, head to head, checked out at the machine shop, put it all together, and it's been running good ever since. And was it last year or the year before, it got to where it didn't want to start half the time. I ended up putting a new wiring harness on it. We suspected it never was charging right. It was, you know, these tractors sit outside most of their life. This one wasn't lucky enough to have a barn to sit in all the time, so the wiring was getting in bad shape. I bought a new, it was a new, cheap, but a new wiring harness. Left it 6 volt just for the nostalgia of it, I guess. And it's been perfect ever since. Done that, got the mower going. You've seen all of that project on YouTube. Excuse me. Anyway, that's all for now. And my next video, I'm going to update you on the power stroke a little bit.